On this edition of GVTV, we have
students' responses to COVID,
a Women's History Month video,
7-day forecast.
Hey guys, I'm Brooklyn.
And I'm Morgan.
And welcome to the GVTV News.
First on the list is the students' responses to COVID.
Hi, my name is Valerie Holcomb, and I will be interviewing seniors about how going virtual second quarter affected them.
Hi, I'm Abby Bailey, and I'm a senior, and virtual learning has really affected me last semester. It really did, because if I didn't open Gmail or Classroom, it was really hard for me to realize that I had work to do, and so the motivation was not there, and consequences just didn't seem as real as if we were in person. And I didn't get as much as the motivation as I could have from face-to-face interaction with teachers or talking to peers. So it was really difficult for me in that way.
Hi, I'm Vincent Lin, and how online school has affected me? Well, it was really trash. I didn't like it at all. It was terrible. So I'm at home, I'm sleeping. I wake up, go to the Google Meets, and then 2 minutes in Google Meets, I fall asleep. My teachers are probably wondering why I'm still on Google Meet after they ended, but I didn't do a lot of homework. Still passed though, so it was pretty good.
Hi, my name is Tessa Williams. I'm a senior, and virtual school affected me because I'm a very hands-on learner, and I wasn't able to interact with other students and teachers like I normally do in the classroom.
I honestly really like virtual school because I was able to hang out with my sister all day, and I felt like I had more to do in my day. I was able to go outside and play or take my dog for a walk and stuff. It was really fun. But I did miss the teachers and friends, so it's nice to be back.
Thank you to these students who have voiced their opinions. We'll see where this year takes us. Thanks for watching.
That was interesting. And now, in celebration of Women's History Month, we have a video made by our students.
I'm Leslie Dealey, and I teach AP US History and US History. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the Seneca Falls Convention, which is an important part of women's suffrage movement. So women, they didn't get the right to vote until 1920, but it was a really long process up to that point. So you had women like Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony and Lucretia Mott, who my students know as Lucretia, that met at the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848 and started to push for women's suffrage. And the argument against women voting was a legitimate one. It was that women were not educated in politics or economics, but when women like Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Lucretia Mott and Susan B. Anthony started to push for local reform and national reform and started to work outside of the home, then women, they were educated in politics and economics, and so that argument no longer stood. I think it's important kind of to see that every major event, every major movement in US history, there are always people behind the scenes that never get noticed, that we don't hear their names, and a lot of those people are women. early in 1955, there was a young woman, African-American woman named Claudette Colvin, who was arrested for riding in the white section of the bus in Montgomery, Alabama. And she was dragged off the bus, so there was a lot of public outcry, and people were writing letters in support of her and against the segregation system for the buses, and they were writing these letters to the local NAACP. And the secretary at that office who was getting all these letters was Rosa Parks. So she and Joanne Robinson and lots of other women at the NAACP office there in Montgomery, they started to organize a bus boycott. And then they needed some spark to happen so they could start this boycott. So 12 years earlier, in 1943, Rosa Parks was kicked off of a bus by a bus driver named James Blake. And so for 12 years, she had avoided him and his buses, even if it meant taking a later bus or those more inconvenient for her. And so on December 1st, 1955, this bus pulls up and the door opens and it's James Blake. So she has in the back of her mind, like, we've been working for months on this bus boycott. We need a spark for this to happen. And then here's this bus driver that I've been avoiding. Let's go. So Rosa Parks was arrested that day and the Montgomery bus boycott started. And it took a full year before the Supreme Court declared those segregation laws unconstitutional. But Rosa Parks was a pioneer. She became the face of the movement. And without her and Joanne Robinson and hundreds of incredibly brave women in Montgomery, that bus boycott would not have been successful.
Now to Jordan with a 7-day forecast.
This is Jordan Casey, and this is the 7-day forecast. On Wednesday, 54 degrees and cloudy. Unfortunate, I know. And on Thursday, it's raining, 50 degrees. Not bringing my hopes up any more than it currently is. And on Friday, 62 degrees and cloudy. Unfortunate. And on Saturday, more rain. More rain. Can you believe it? 63 degrees. But wow, take a look at Sunday. It's trying to be sunny on a Sunday, but it's actually not because it's partly cloudy. 57 degrees. But now Monday, 60 degrees and sunny. Tuesday, it did the same exact thing. 60 degrees and sunny. That is incredible. I am just as impressed as you are with this forecast. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you for the weather, Jordan. That was nifty.
That's all we have for today. Make sure you follow us on all of our social medias, and masks up, Grain Valley.